My name is Enuego Daniela Chiamaka. I am from Delta State, but the Igbo part of Delta. I'm from Idumujuboko. I studied architecture in school up to my master's level, and right now I'm a shoemaker. So that's what got me the name, the Shoe Architect. I actually started from my father's parlor. Then they pushed me somehow to the storeroom. What actually inspired me to do shoemaking was the need to produce high durable shoes that are also aesthetically pleasing. That's also very beautiful. And back then when I was in school, because I developed my passion for shoemaking right from when I was studying architecture in school, I realized that most of the shoes that they produced in the market were not durable. Before I got to my hostel, my shoes are cut and they were not even pretty to begin with. Then I realized that there was a big gap in the leather industry and I had to fill it. I remember when I discovered that back then in school, when I went back for holiday in the house, around 2 a.m. I'll be hitting hammer and my parents be like, "What's happening? Amaka, what's happening?" But I'm just so glad that they were so patient with me and they really understood that this was something I really loved. Something that started from my father's storeroom finally has gotten to this level. When I started initially, I can remember a period of production that I did that I had all my clients return all the shoes I made for them. And looking at the foundation of my shoemaking career, I started making shoes because I wanted to produce durable shoes. And just imagine, all the shoes I produced were not good. So it was a very big challenge for me. I went to talk to my mentor and I was even contemplating closing down my business. And he did not even make it any easier for me. He told me to actually close down the business and bring the jobs to him. It was a very trying moment for me, but I had to go back to my drawing book and, sketch out better ways to come out of that dilemma. I went back to learn, and I think that was basically it. My first big win. There are several, but let me just pick one, the one I can remember. There was a time I was contacted to make laptop bags for a very big personality. 400 laptop bags within 3 days. Initially, they told me it was 4,000 laptop bags, and I was like, 4,000? So I think they just said to share it within several of us, and even 400 at that time was a very big number to me within 3 days. And guess what? We came through after many cry, of course. But we came through, and that was the first time I counted my first big, money. Yes, finance. I would have gathered enough resources because looking at where I am right now, I feel like there's a lot of ground I would have covered if I had adequate financing, and you need money to get money, right? So that's just what I would have done differently. Every other thing is just perfect. I would have still been a shoemaker, I would have still been a shoe architect, I would have still been working on all the projects I'm working on right now. That's what I would have done differently. And any advice to someone who is starting afresh, who is just beginning, it's just for you to learn the business of shoemaking. There's a difference between the business of shoemaking and the craft of shoemaking. If you don't know the business of shoemaking, you will never be able to convert your crafts into money. So there's a conversion rate. You just have to know how to sell yourself, and it's something that you have to really go and study. So I just thank God that I actually knew these things and I was actively learning on them. So that's what has actually helped me. So if you want to go into shoemaking, don't just go and learn how to make shoes, learn how to sell shoes. Why I decided to work on the upcycling project is because we have shared visions. So they have a vision of improving the maintenance culture of the country, and I also have that vision of improving the leather maintenance culture of the country. That's what I've always been about, because maintenance in Nigeria is like very poor right now, and it has affected some of the standard development goals of the country: life on water, life on land, sorry, life in water, life on land. And the pollution rate is just so high. So this maintenance, this upcycle that we're going to be doing is working to solve these problems in the country. So that's why I decided to join hands to work on this upcycling project. And what I hope to achieve definitely is to make people see the need to maintain the items that they have instead of just creating new things. Because if we can actually maintain the items we have in the country, it's going to reduce production rates and reduce waste in the country. There's a lot of waste right now in the country. How to donate? There's going to be a barcode on the screen. Just scan the barcode and follow the instructions. It's that simple. We want to scale. We want to go into mass production. We want to produce ready to wear. We want a situation where people just walk into our stores and pick up ready-made items: shoes, bags, belts, berets, anything produced from leather. Because right now we've been doing a lot of bespoke, and we notice a deficiency in the mass production system, that most producers don't produce 43, 42, 44 and 45. So we decided to tend to that. So we are producing our new line of wedding heels, and I'm excited. So that was next actually. Yes, I've let it out. That's our next project.